Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My apologies for the delay. I tried to go ahead and start on time, even though I'm still trying to get some things together so y'all can be able to see the best way possible. But if I can't do it the other way, I'll do it the way I know how to do. All right, because this needs to get done and get said. And hopefully it's going to help the people today. All right. I was able to try to pray right and get my mind right for this because I mean, to be honest with you guys, like the only phrase that I could have in my head, like that was like just flowing through my head this morning, was like, "Y'all are killing me." Like, y'all are killing, not in regards to like me not being able to necessarily handle all of this stuff, but it's just what's killing me is this hiding our head in the sand thing. Which if you guys saw the image that was on the screen, like that's what it feels like. It feels like it's right in front of you, but instead of paying attention and doing something about it, whatever the case may be, we're hiding our heads, we're pretending it's not there, and we are like keeping our hind parts in the air and just staying vulnerable to attack. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just crazy. That I gotta even sit here and break this down in this way, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be obedient to the Lord, and as well as just this process. He got me in this position, right? And so at the end of the day, I'm all right with that, and I'm gonna be obedient. So with that being said, I mean, like I said, I wanted to present it in a way that, like I said, make it clear, so y'all can see it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think these things downloaded to my computer the way I thought that it was going to do. So I'm going to just have to pull it up and y'all block me or whatever. I might even just go off the screen because it ain't about me, right? It's about like, let's break this down, right? Because people keep asking for proof, right? And that's probably one of the most annoying things on this journey. And I'm not even Allie, right? This ain't even my whole, you know what I mean? Like, my testimony is completely different from Allie's. Like, I've been through stuff as a kid, but nowhere near. Like, she went through way worse, right? So I'm not sitting here trying to, any of that. But what I'm saying is, y'all, like, it all I'm saying is I'm witnessing like maybe 10% of what Allie goes through. Like, not even probably. I don't even know, like, percentage wise, but I feel like I'm like, I got a glimpse of what she's experiencing. And so I can't even imagine, like, I know she's tired. Like, I have been a part of some Telegram conversations for the past couple of weeks. And so I know that you guys have been coming on here asking, hasn't she been abducted? Didn't something happen to her? Let me tell y'all. Okay. So the last time I was here, it was on our anniversary, our 5-year anniversary. And I didn't tell y'all all the details, but I did tell y'all that I had a dream a couple of days before I got back into communication or direct communication with Allie. And in my dream, I still have not said out loud, like, what happened in the dream. But basically what happened, I already seen that come to fruition, basically. So again, just to remind you guys of the dream and remind you guys, like before now, the last time I quote unquote spoke with Allie was years ago. Okay. So no direct contact or whatever. Then I had this dream a few weeks ago. And the dream was that there was a news report about Allie on mainstream media. But instead of me believing the news report, I went straight to my social media or my inbox to go confirm to see if that was true or not. Now, again, this is interesting because, again, I haven't talked to her in years, right? And then a couple of days after that, I got the invitation to go into the Telegram chat. And I'll be honest about it. I didn't ask for the invitation. So I think I think Allie told them to reach out to me to add me to it. So I'm in the Telegram chat. She's, giving me all these shout outs and things of that nature. Because of the stuff that was happening, and y'all already know, but the stuff that was happening earlier this year, she was giving me a shout out about that. Or was it last year? But whenever it was, right? And I'm like, girl, I just did what any person with a heart would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, I didn't feel led to go forward with that, and so, I just did I just did what I thought was right, right? I didn't think nothing of it, but apparently it was a big deal for her, right? And so I'm like, hey, well, I'm here, sis. I appreciate it. I'm glad that I'm able to talk to you again, X, Y, and Z. And I came back and I let y'all know, hey, talked to Allie. She's good. She's alive. You know, da 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 da. And then like, so for the past couple of weeks, I've been pretty much constantly interacting with her in the Telegram chat. And we have a private DM as well, but also in the group chat. And so all I know is last week, y'all started coming. And I say y'all, love seekers. People here on the, well, everybody ain't love seekers here, but majority of y'all are love seekers. And y'all are coming here on the platform and y'all are, you know, looking for Allie and stuff like that, right? And y'all care about her, right? And so I started to see a lot of comments talking about, I heard she was abducted. I heard she was gone. All that, you know, all this type of stuff. And I'm like, I don't know where it came from. I haven't seen those things. I don't know what y'all are seeing, right? But I tried to post, right, and let y'all know that, hey, no, I literally just like was texting her, you know what I'm saying? Or I literally just heard her talking in the group chat, you know what I'm saying? So she's all right, you know what I mean? Like, she's not abducted. She's with her mom. You know, I don't know what y'all are seeing, but I was trying to, you know, let y'all know what I was seeing or what I'm witnessing. So y'all will be all right, because I get it. I know how it is to be following them, and you're like, man, where are they? Are they alive? Are they okay? You know, I get it. So I try my best, right, to keep y'all as informed as I am, right? Well, even in the midst of this, friends, again, you know, and there's nothing wrong with asking questions. Don't get me wrong when I say this, okay? Ask all the questions. You ain't got to believe everything you hear, right? You ain't got to believe everything I say. You ain't got to believe everything Alice say. You know, ain't nothing wrong with asking questions. But for me, right? One, I try to always remind us that this conversation of human trafficking is beyond Allie. Like, thank God for Allie, right? That she survived and she was able to come through it, and now she's talking about it and exposing the stuff and is getting some type of traction, right? But this thing is bigger than Allie. I keep trying to shake people and remind people of that, because people keep talking about her and oh, she's lying, she's this or that. Fine, even if worst case scenario, what I'm about to show y'all is a lie, right? Even if worst case scenario, she lying, right? I'm gonna tell you what ain't a lie. That report that came out a couple of weeks talking about almost 1 million or over 1 million videos and photos of sexual abuse happening to children, and majority, I don't know if y'all saw that post in our community, but I try to keep y'all updated. Majority of those, according to the news report about this, okay, were infant victims. Can we let that marinate? So I love Allie. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate what she's doing. And I hope that she gets peace, rest, and all that type of stuff. Whether she lying or not, I don't care about none of that. What I'm saying is she's bringing attention to those type of situations, and she's helping people to understand those type of situations. If she lying or not, I don't think she is. But hey, you know, people think, you can think what you want to think. They don't have nothing to do with the millions of victims documented. Majority infants that those people got busted with down in Florida. And that's recent. Another news report we shared over the last week, it's out there on the news and everywhere. Like, this mom sold her child off for skin or hair, whatever it is, and the child still missing X, Y, and Z to some doctor or something. That's in our community. Y'all can look at that too yourself. Go look at all this stuff up yourself and confirm, you know, but maybe the news is lying too. I mean, I don't believe all mainstream media either, but I mean, I don't, even if we take all of that away, fine. If we stop talking about people we don't know, right? I know for sure in my own family, you know, my own testimony and in my family, you know, this same type of thing. So unfortunately, it seems like until it happens to you in your household or your family or your friend or whatever it is, y'all don't care. That's what it seemed like to me. So, but regardless of all of that, right? The Lord has sent me here to I guess walk y'all through this here. So y'all asking for proof. I got one piece of evidence, just one. Because I ain't got time to go through all the news reports and all the evidence of people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can do your own research. You know what I mean? If you don't think Google's going to give you the information, go to DuckDuckGo. You can find more stuff there than on Google. And I did my own searches to know that. Like, you'll look up something on Google and you can't find it. You look up go, there it is. So do your own research by all means, right? But anyway, I'm gonna show y'all one document. We're gonna just go through one, right? And hopefully this will encourage you and inspire you on how you can go through documents moving forward, right? Because this document has been out there. We done shared it on our platform. I was gonna post it again. I just was gonna post it again and let y'all read it yourself. But I say, you know what? Let's look at it, and we're gonna read it together, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's so hard, and I'm not trying to be funny, because I know there are elderly people that are using devices, and it might be hard. So no offense to those people that it's actually hard to use devices, like a computer and your cell phone. But to those that are my age and younger, I'm sorry, it's not that hard to get the picture, right? And to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger on your screen so you can see the details of what's being said, just in case, the post you can't read fully, um, it ain't that hard. But hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna put it on the screen. It's gonna be big so we can read it, y'all. And just see. And again, y'all can go ahead and pray about it, right? Ask the Lord, hey, is this true? Whatever you need to do, right? But we're gonna take a look at it today in Jesus' name. And we're gonna just you can again use your discernment on all the other stuff. We're gonna take a look at one piece of evidence, one piece of proof. And that's gonna be today, at least. And because look, I need to be a little homeschool momming. Okay, I need to be resting before I film an episode of the GSL Talk Show. I got to work tonight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take this time right now with y'all, and we gonna look at this document. All right. So y'all have seen the document before, or you should have if you've been on this platform. Like I said, I wanted to do it in a way where I would be, you know what? Yes, I'm gonna go completely. I know y'all tired of seeing my little face anyway, right? Y'all done seen me before. Y'all know what I look like. So I'm gonna keep talking. I'm just gonna pull up stuff on the screen, and hopefully that'll work out for y'all. All right. So let me put my other little screen on. Bye, friends. Take me off. Let me come back real quick. Where can I go? Okay. Now, according to my understanding, in 1994, Allie was 3 months old. We had that conversation another time in another video. I showed y'all a picture of my son at 3 months old, and I asked y'all, if y'all thought that was cool. Matter of fact, I ain't got no problem with showing y'all again because it's out there on the YouTube. So 3 months old is the first documentation for yes, it says Tori Outlaw, right? But we know that to be Allie now, right? Okay. Let me show y'all what I was telling y'all about. So just to put some perspective on this, right? 3-month-old Allie was abused, and it was documented right there on this document. To give y'all a perspective of 3 months old, where is it? Where is the video? Where is it? I will show y'all again. Because if it will help, I just want to do what I can to help. You know what I'm saying? Because this is, oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. Okay. Hold on, wait. I know where it is. Let me go to my message here. Let me go up. You're going to put some perspective on this first date that's on the screen. Okay. Just a reminder. First documentation for Allie Carter, formerly Tori Outlaw. Okay. Where is it? I sent it. Where is it? Sorry, I'm just trying to bring y'all receipts, man. You know what I mean? Because people keep acting like y'all don't understand. All right, here's the video, friends. Perspective on 3 months old Allie. This is me sharing information that says she was abused at 3 months old. Now, this is not Allie. Sexually. This is my son. Are y'all getting it now? Is this helping and blessing? Are you awake? So that's a 3-month-old. Now I know there's different size 3 months old and all of that. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is a 3-month-old that can't consent, didn't ask for it, didn't dress provocatively, didn't none of that. Let's look and see what that say. What happened? What happened to the 3-month-old? Let's see. Do I got it? I think I got it zoomed. So let's take a look. What happened to 3-month-old Allie? I think is it right here? Let me make sure. Is it this one? Ooh. Yep, it is right there. But let me see. Let me go up a little bit. There we go. All right. I'm gonna even go away. Y'all don't need to see me. 1 second. Here we go. Focus. I got a question. Yes, it does say that 2 other children did these things, which I'm assuming to be to Allie because it's her report, right? And I get it. That may not be quote unquote pedophile behavior, even though kind of is. But hey, we ain't got to go deep about that, right? It's 2 kids did something to Allie. Okay. Where's the adults? Because I mean, ain't no way I'm gonna be sitting somewhere and I'm gonna allow 2 kids to do something like that. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm an adult now. I don't know. Some adults might be cool and they might allow that to happen, but most adults, right? If you got morals, values, a heart, stuff like that. If you see something like that going on, like you would stop that, right? You wouldn't like allow that to happen. So all I'm saying, it don't matter who did it. It shouldn't have got done, in my little humble opinion. But hey, let's keep going. So I see some of y'all go. Y'all went ahead and looked at the next one, and that's cool. Like I said, that's fine. Let's go ahead and can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? I got a question. Ain't 1995 after 1996? Okay, so if she was 3 months old in 1994, ain't 1994, ain't 1994 after 1990. 1995 after 1994. That's what I meant to ask. So if she was 3 months in 1994, then how old she is in? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. All right. So sometimes he say stuff and do stuff. Even when he was a little baby, you know what I'm saying? He would try to crawl off the bed. And I'm like, son, I understand what you want to get to that next thing, but let me pull you back and keep you safe because you don't know what's gonna happen if you crawl off the bed, right? And it got might be a little annoying to be like, oh my gosh, this boy, he's just so determined, right? He wants to keep going, But out of all the things, friends, I ain't nothing, made me ball up my fist. And I know my fist ain't much, so whatever. But what I'm saying is, ain't nothing made me ball up my fist at my son and do nothing like that. Now, I don't know. Again, there's all kinds of parents out here. But what I'm saying is that I don't understand anything that's caused for a maybe 1 year old at that point, a little over 1, maybe. What makes you close your fist and hit a 1 year old? And obviously in public or something, somebody reported you. Now, I'm not saying I know who it was, whatever, but what I'm saying is whoever it was, what made that happen? How did this report come to be? Those are my questions. But hey, we can ask other questions because people think other things are important. I just got maybe a couple more things to screw. No, maybe just one more section. Let's just look at one more section, y'all. Because I feel like y'all can read right from here. Maybe I will go ahead and post it in our community. So y'all can go ahead and zoom up or whatever you need to do if you want to. Because I don't think I need to do a full, thorough breakdown of the thing, do I? Do I need to read every word for y'all? Y'all can tell me in the comments if you think so. But Let's look at the next one, say 1998. Okay. You take me off the screen so we can focus on it. Focus on. And people can take time to make documents. Now, all I know is I've seen something with a stack of documents. Okay, seen a stack of documents. So that's a lot to fabricate, is all I'm saying. And again, I don't think I have to sit here and break down each and every one of these things that's on this report. But I mean, as you guys can see, just to reiterate, 1994 to 2006 is this particular pages of documentation, different types of abuse. If I just skim a little bit, people were concerned for the medical condition. Let me go and put my glasses on. I was talking about the little words for y'all, but let me go and put my glasses on, make sure I'm reading clearly here. Okay. Physical abuse. I mean, what like I don't know what else proof y'all need, man. Like I don't know what else is gonna help people understand like this type of stuff exists. Like that's the point, right? This stuff is happening. Unfortunately, these things are happening to children, defenseless children, right? They can't do nothing for themselves. People go and do these evil things to them. As we know, Allie's journey, Allie's testimony, the things that she shared goes beyond these beginning stages things. But even just this alone is too much for anybody to experience, in my humble opinion. Like, I'm almost 40, and I don't have none of those type of documentations. I think most people in normal living, loving parents, things of that nature, don't have this type of stuff. You know what I mean? So for this young lady to have just this one piece of evidence, we ain't gonna talk about the stacks of stuff right now and all that type of stuff. Let's just think about just this one document that y'all just saw. Like the fact that this is even exists, that's the problem. That is part of the problem. So I hope that this has helped you guys. Like I said, I didn't want to sit here and be, going over this all day. I see quite a few comments and whatnot. I thought about, should I let y'all in? Do y'all want to come in and talk about this before I go? Like I said, I know I need to be doing, working with my son and stuff like that. But I'll spend a few more minutes if y'all want to just share y'all's heart or share how y'all feel about what you just saw, stuff like that. I'll put the link down, but I'll wait and see if I get a notification about it. But until I see that, I'll go through some comments. Y'all seems like y'all are. So let's say they're taking a screenshot to read later. Great. Do your own research. Like I said, you ain't got to believe it just because I said it. You ain't got to believe it just because it's there. Like, go and do some research. Actually, I was going to try to see if there's a way to, like, look this up on our end and see, can we find a document online or something like that? But I don't know if it's like, oh, you can only get it if it's your document. I don't know how that works. Because, again, you know what I'm saying? I lived a relatively normal life, so I don't know. Thank you to Miss Real Beth Dutton. I'm 45 plus. I'm furious over that one, much less that it can be this one. Exactly. One is too much. One type of abuse is too much, man. So I hope this helps y'all. Again, there's lots of documents like that all on Allie's platforms. You know what I mean? Now, again, I understand that her Instagram may not be public right now, but go to alliesarmy.com, friends, and just go and look at the documents You know what I'm saying? If you can try to look some stuff up, try to look it up yourself, stuff like that. But stop. I mean, I know I can't force y'all to stop asking for proof, but for me, and I put this in our community, and y'all can vote and y'all can let us know. And everything. Let me see. Let me pull this up. So in our community, we posted this poll yesterday because one of the most frustrating things for me when we talk about proof and stuff like that, like you guys don't really know what you're asking for, right? So outside of this document, right, and outside of the testimony, right, if you're looking for video, photo, because I mean, again, she said established that this stuff happened in the past, so it's not happening now. So the stuff happened in the past. So you need what helps us understand things from the past? Reading something documented. What else? Photos, videos. Anything else helps us about the past? We're not time traveling yet that I know of. So what I'm saying is somebody said ask for proof is re-traumatizing the survivor. Yeah, that too. Right? So what I'm saying is that when you're asking for proof, it's like you're saying, hey, I need to see the video of the infants before I believe that they being abused. Like, do you really need to see that? Do you need to see the video? Do you need to see the photo? Like that was one of my questions yesterday. So we put that in our community. And you guys can go answer the poll if you feel led to do so. Right now, from what I can see, 87% of people say that they don't need to see to believe, but there's 13% that say seeing is believing. So, hey, maybe you do need to see. And unfortunately, maybe this might need to happen to you or your family before you realize that, you know what, crazy stuff is happening and stuff like that. But for me, I don't need to see the baby being raped to understand that babies are being raped. I don't need to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't need or no want to see that at the end of the day. I'm just praying, right, that I do everything I can to protect my son, right? Everything I can, to encourage and inspire the kids that I do interact with, to let them know that, hey, man, adults, can be nice and safe and godly people, right? And it don't have to be none of this crazy, evil stuff. You know what I mean? Because again, even if you listen to Allie and her testimony, she's often saying that she grew up thinking that this was supposed to be normal life for her. The stuff that you guys just saw on that paper was normal life to her. I guess getting punched with a fist and whatnot. Can we say that that's not normal? Like that's not normal. I never experienced that as a 1-year-old or maybe 2, however old she was at that point. So all right. Well, I don't see anybody saying that they want to come in, and that's okay. That's okay. You guys don't have to come in. I just want y'all to take this. You guys can, let it marinate. Again, if you still think she's lying, by all means, do your research. I know somebody was saying here in the comments, I think I saw someone saying that CPS documents are sealed. See, like I said, I don't know nothing about this life, but here we go. Okay, so someone here says CPS documents are sealed. Only parties involved, the other children should go get their file. Good idea. There you go. So I guess we can't go look up some of this stuff ourselves in regards to Allie's particular situation, but you always can do a Google search, DuckDuckGo or whatever for this stuff. Like I told you guys the other day, 6-year-old. I just shared this in our thing. Where's this comment go? A mother sold her 6-year-old daughter to a fake doctor for $1,100 in exchange for eyes and skin. Okay, this is a news report. Y'all can go look it up and see if it's true and real. But that's in the news. So if that's in the news, what y'all think happening behind the scenes? Another news report. Let's go ahead, because since y'all might think I'm lying about that millions of things. Oh, here's another thing. Look, homeschool look better to me day by day. Polk assistant principal made student rub her feet, called him sexy chocolate. I read the report about this, friends, and apparently the other people is what told on the situation, and like other people. So she called the boy sexual chocolate around other people, apparently. Okay. News report in the public, in the mainstream. What you think happening behind the scenes? Y'all don't think this? All right. Here's another one. Obviously, we're not posting no actual babies and stuff, because that's evil. But the report says over 1 million videos and photos were uncovered, and the majority of victims were infants. And again, that was a bust in Florida. Let's look it up real quick, because I don't want y'all out here. I'm gonna go and we're gonna just look it up live, because people think, and it's the least that we can do. You hear something, you're like, oh, that sounds crazy, let me look into it. Like, that's the least you could do. The most you can do is pray about it and be like, Lord, is this true? And get hit, if you got that connection with him and stuff, which we all have access because of Jesus Christ on this wonderful Holy Week. To God be the glory. But some people don't use that access, so we might have to use other means. So let's go to DuckDuckGo. All right, Florida bust. Let's see. I'm just gonna say Florida bust, and I'm gonna say child porn, because I know this came out a few weeks ago. So let's see what comes up. Just a quick search. There you have it. Multiple platforms. Okay. NBC 6, South Florida reporting international child porn ring involving over 1 million files busted. WPEC, truly heinous, 7 Florida men arrested in global child pornography. Fox News, Florida man charged in truly heinous global child porn ring. Daytona Beach News, Fox 13, WFTV. Everybody could be lying though. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't show you the videos and footage. But I don't need to see the millions of videos and footage to believe that it's out there. That's my point. All right, well, are y'all hearts and minds clear? Are y'all hearts and minds clear? Are we good? Y'all got any questions, comments, or concerns for me before I go? It looks like y'all are talking to each other, so yeah. Okay, so y'all got some kind of conversation happening. I don't know if it's worth me oh Lord, help me, Jesus. Okay, well, should I address this, or should I just let it go? So this is someone's comment here. What y'all got to say about that? Look, I say that they done did above and beyond, because really, Allie could be just trying to heal right now. She ain't even have to really expose this at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have just been like, look, that was that crazy thing I went through, and I'm out of it now. Let me try to live a good, decent life. You know what I'm saying? But instead, she got frustrated, right, with the Bonner video X, Y, and Z, and she said enough was enough and exposed it. Next thing she knows, she viral. Next thing we know, years later, here we are today talking, right? So all I'm saying is, like, even if, and I'm sure they do whatever they do, right? I'm not going to sit here and say I know exactly all they do, and if they haven't saved nobody, I don't know. I don't know about that. But I'm going to say what they're currently doing, the fact that they've lost their homes, living out of the car, lost their animals, lost pretty everything to try to get this out here to let people know what's going on. Like, even if they didn't save one kid, they saving kids, right, by exposing the evil. So yeah, I mean, y'all can go back and forth with the people in the comments if y'all want to. I'm done with it. You know, I think I done washed my hands of this conversation today. All right. You know, I'm gonna ask anybody that's wondering, like, well, why are you doing this or that, or why are Allie and Shelly doing this or that, or why other people doing this or that, or what are you doing about the situation? Because I can sit here and list out all the things that I do because of what I've heard Allie sharing. Okay. Homeschooling my son, working at the church with kids, making sure I can be a good mentor. That's just 3 things. Donating to organizations, helping people with this type of situation. taking out my time doing this right now, trying to handhold and spoon feed y'all. So it's just, people like to be on the sidelines and like to quote unquote coach, and you're not doing nothing at all. Like at the end of the day, like no GSL wasn't created for this in particular, right? Like when the Lord gave me this, right, I had other things in mind. I just wanted to be able to have a place where people could come have conversations, God, sex, love, everything in between, whatever, you know what I mean? Allie happened to be one of those people that came through. All right. And at the end of the day, yes, I'm on this platform, right, and using it or whatever to get the word out about this side of the conversation as well. But I'm not going to apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit here and feel bad for that. Because at the end of the day, keep the same energy for other platforms that is like literally never met Allie at all. You know what I'm saying? And none of that. And then got and sharing the content in that nefarious way. Like that's the part that kind of like gets me again. Cause it's like people don't do nothing, but then you got something to say about the people that do something, right? People got problems with people street preaching, for example. Like, oh, you on the street preaching when the Bible clearly says spread the gospel. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't read. So hey, people got a problem with that, right? But then it's like, well, what have you done, fellow Christians, to spread the gospel in any aspect? Have you done anything? So who are you to sit here and tell me I'm doing it wrong? Why don't you get activated and encouraged and inspired to do something? And I say that often. It don't matter. It's not small. It's like if you paint the rock, put up the poster, do whatever you got to do to get the word out. Whether it's the gospel, which hopefully will help change people's hearts and minds so then they won't do evil crap, or just putting this thing out about the human trafficking because, hey, it exists, it's happening, and kids getting snatched up, adults, men and women, it's happening to everybody. It's not just this country or that country, it's worldwide. The news report we just looked up said international. And if they making millions of videos and footage, the people is coming from somewhere. And then people was asking about breeding farms on it. I'm sorry, I guess I'm just because I see all these comments behind the scenes. There's some that y'all don't see. And so people are like, oh, well, where are they getting the babies from? A quick Google. Let's go ahead. Because since people act like they never heard about, human birthing farms. You ain't even got to go that deep, right? Let's just look up human birthing farms. What's going to come up on DuckDuckGo? You know what? And then let's even just say 2025. And then I'm going to say bus because hopefully they done got shut down, right? So let's look that up. Well, February 7, 2025, The Mirror, a place in UK apparently, they posted about a horrific human egg farm where enslaved women are forced. Let's finish what they forced to do. What are they forced to do? They're force-fed hormones and to have eggs extracted. Okay, so maybe some of them babies came from that. I don't know. Now didn't I hate to bring up celebrities because I don't care, but didn't they say Oprah's friend had one of them birthing places? Let's look it up. Then I'm gonna let y'all go because I can't. I'm just gonna pray for y'all. Woo. I can't remember his name right now, but I'm sure it's gonna come up. Let's see. Wasn't it John or something like that? John, I think his name was John something. What is it? King. Oh, Lord. John of God. cult leader allegedly ran sex slave farm. What do y'all think that is? A sex slave farm? Look, right here on the mirror. Sold babies to the highest bidder. Since y'all want to know where the babies come from. Some of them. That ain't got nothing to do with the ones that get snatched up and that people are abusing in their own homes. We're not talking about that. We just talk about the international aspect of this. So, I mean, again, all I'm saying to y'all is a quick Google, right? A quick go, a quick, hey, prayer if you connect to the Lord. Or, just going a little deeper about what the things I've already shared and said can hopefully help you see the proof that you've been searching for. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'm not going through all these comments right now. Those that want to comment to the people that still have an issue with finding proof, by all means, do your thing. But I'm gonna let that be that. I'm washing my hands, dusting off my feet. Y'all have a blessed day. In Jesus' name. Talk to y'all next time. I'm out.